dipping low. This is usually... buddy. Wow. An interesting...
What up, y'all? This your boy Ace here, and welcome to Afternoons. Like, let's talk about MJF, man. MJF and Adam Cole, man. Adam Cole, baby. Let's talk about this. The crowd loves these two, man. They love these two dudes, bro. MJF, I'm telling you, man, this dude more and more feels like, especially since he's been with Adam Cole, he's been feeling more like a tweener than a heel. He's still got the heel persona to a T, to a 10. But he's feeling more like he feels like a tweener, you know. And I just think that MJF said it first, like, he's just comfortable being a heel, bro. So I don't know if it'll ever work for him as a baby face. If he did ever go to the WWE, you know the WWE would turn that nigga face, man. You know they would. And I don't think it'll work. I think he has to be a tweener. Because, like, he keeps his edge that way, man. And I think he has to be like that. But let's go over this real quick. So we did see when they pulled up. So they pulled up, right? And we saw Roderick Strong, Matt Taven, and Mike Bennett enter the picture when they were about to hit into the ring. MJF was funny. He said a really good joke about he was eating something and how he had to go to the bathroom and take a dump. And I love it, man. It's so Bush League, man. Like it's like it feels like when they put this together. And there was a little segment with Tony Khan too, as well. And MJF said he was gonna snap at him or something like that. But yeah, man, I just like the whole thing is working. It really is. It really is. And I know a couple of you guys say you like it too. It's kind of one of those things where it's kind of like some people like it, some people won't. It is what it is. It's kind of a polarizing, thing going on. But at least the thing that I like about it is at least they're telling a story with this. They got Adam Cole and MJF as buddies. And like I've been saying, I don't think they should break them up. But obviously they got this title match, and I'm going to talk about what happened. Give me a minute to get to that point. So let me talk about what MJF was talking about. So MJF was talking about his story. And so we saw like them referencing the first All In show in 2018, right? And so MJF talked about that show, that big show that the Elite set up in Chicago. And they talked about, and Britt Baker, she came out with the dentist jacket that she wore at the same show. And they talked about just, how amazing that moment was. And MJF was talking about Cody Rhodes and, how he gave him a chance and, how he didn't really have much, back then. And, he traveled with his truck to the shows, 90,000 miles or something like that. And he busted his ass and made a name for himself. And, and it was, it kind of takes you back to the MJF story and how we got to this point with him. So I thought that whole thing was cool, bringing up the history of MJF and how he got to that point. Because, not everyone watched part of the people watching AEW right now, there's probably at least a few people that didn't see AEW 3 years ago or 4 years ago when it started. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of bring some of the stuff up again sometimes, So I'm glad that they did that. But, so yeah. Anyways, so after they went over that, we had another moment, right? Another interesting moment, right? So the Aussie Open duo of Kyle Fletcher and Mark Davis had to attack MJF and Cole, who were able to fight them off pretty quickly. They went for a double clothesline on Davis, and then he held up to the ropes and then exited the ring. MJF went for his Kangaroo Kick on Fletcher, but Davis pulled Fletcher out of the ring. MJF held up his title belt, looking at the Aussie Open, but Cole was crushed down like he was going to attack MJF. Then he stood up. MJF turned back towards him, and then MJF teased leaving. Then he stopped to go hug Cole, but like MJF kind of looked like something was going on here, like, and I didn't see it. And then Roderick Strong was shown seated in the chair, icing his foot while watching everything play out on the monitor while Matt Taven and Mike Bennett stood behind him. So they're telling the story. And this is why All In is going to be very interesting. And they got you to a point. See, they got you to a point as a viewer where you're really vested in, to the point where you don't want to see them break up. And then the other thing is, you don't really want to see, on either side, you don't want to see MJF betray Cole. You don't want to see Cole betray MJF. But something's going to happen with this, because you could just kind of tell it's something going on. Why would Cole act like he was going to attack MJF? You know, was it a play, or was that really something he was really thinking about doing? So that's going to be very interesting, guys, to see where they go with this, because I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit unpredictable, you know. Then the other thing is, you don't know for sure if Adam Cole actually wins the title. Because I've been saying this. One thing that's about to really heat up after All In. Get ready, guys. The MJF contract sweepstakes are about to start. His contract runs out January the 1st. And you're going to hear all sorts of rumors about what way he's leaning. Is he leaning towards the WWE, or is he leaning towards staying in AEW? It's about to kick off at the All In. And I kept on saying, I think the latest he's going to have it is Full Gear. But I think he could lose it at All In. But if he keeps it at All In, he's going to lose it at Full Gear. Maybe if he stays in the AEW, he might keep it for a little longer. You know what I mean? So I don't know, a lot of it could be dependent on his status. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, bro. It's going to be interesting. Very interesting. I'm telling you, starting with All In is about to go up a 10 on this thing, man. We'll talk more about it in the future, man, but go on ahead and let me know about this, man. I'm probably going to bring it back up at All In after the match, whatever happens, so definitely join me over there. But we still got one more week before All In, so we'll see what happens next week. But go on ahead and get this video a like, share, subscribe, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Definitely can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. Thank y'all for watching. After News to Light.